Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm starting to feel like what do you guys call it? A YouTuber? I know. I wouldn't make a lot of money because it's just about math. I should just what is it called when you record yourself and post it? Is it a vlog? Is it a blog? Might have to ask you guys when I come back. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you guys are missed. Hopefully, we're back in the class soon. So let's go ahead and get started. This is your notebook setup. Again, this is another one of those notes that if you guys have a printer at home, you do have this file right here on Schoology that you can print out. Okay, so you do have the ability to print it out. If not, then you're gonna have to be like Mr. Franco and write it down. All right, let's go on to the first. We have, by the way, we have 5 boxes. Let's get started. Again, you guys have the ability to pause these videos. If you feel that I'm going too fast, by all means pause it, copy it, and then continue playing it. So here we go. It says AB is perpendicular to CD. Measurement of angle DCE is 7x plus 2. All right. And I should be writing this down. So this right here is basically telling me that this measurement here is 7x plus 2. This right here indirectly told me that it's 90 degrees here. Okay. And last but not least, the other piece of information that we have is that measurement of angle ECB, that's this one right here, is equal to x plus 8. They want us to find the measure of the red one. They actually want us to find what is the numerical value for the red one. Now, keep in mind, another thing that they didn't tell us, it is indirectly stated here, okay? Because they're telling us that AB and CD, and let me highlight them and I'll erase it. They're talking about these two. They're letting us know that they're perpendicular. If they make it a 90-degree angle over here, then they also make a 90-degree angle right here. That means that that red and that purple, if I put them together, they equal 90 degrees. That's what they're telling us, okay? So keep that in mind. So that means that if I have 7x plus 2 plus the purple, which is x plus 8, that is equal to 90 degrees. Now, when I add these two, I end up with 8x. When I add this one and this one, I have 10. That is equal to 90. Subtract 10 on both sides. Subtract 10. And I have 8x is equal to 80. Divide by 8. Divide by 8. X is equal to 10. Now, they didn't ask me to find x. Okay? I need to find x to answer the question. The question is asking me to find the measurement of angle DCE, which happens to be 7x plus 2. So I have 7 times x plus 2. In this case, I know x is 10. So I have 70 plus 2. That means it's 72 degrees. That's my answer. Okay. Number 2. Man, this one's a crazy one. I feel like skipping it. And some of you guys are saying, skip it, Mr. Franco. We're not. We're talking about measurement of angle K and M. K and M sounds like a radio station. Right here is 8x minus 5. And then measurement of angle MN. mnj, mnj right here, that equals to 4x, and I'm writing 7 when it's supposed to be 4, 4x minus 19. And that's this one right here. Okay, now you're thinking like, wait, do we make them equal to each other? We should remember that this whole thing, that is a straight angle or a straight line, which makes it a straight angle, right? So that means that whole thing, if it's a straight angle, it equals 180. So we say that 8x minus 5 plus 4x minus 19 equals 180 degrees, because that's what that line means. That yellow arc that I'm drawing, I'm letting you know it equals 180. Okay, it was referenced in the previous notes, just in case you're wondering. So combine like terms, and I have 12x minus 24 equals 180, plus 24 on both sides, and we have 12x equals 204, and we're going to divide both sides by 12. X equals 17. Now, they didn't ask me for the x value. They're asking me to calculate the measurement of angle K, N, and M, which equals 8x minus 5. So I have 8 times x minus 5, and again, I already know my x, it's 17. So 8 times 17, I have 136 minus 5, which gives me 131 degrees. Okay. Box 3. It says measurement of angle DEG. DEG. Let me label it. That's this one right here. That one is equal to 5x minus 4. And measurement of angle GEF. Okay. GEF. It is equal to 7x minus 8. And then last but not least, they tell us that DEH, this measurement here, it is equal to 9y plus 5. Okay, now, before I start, pay attention. I'm going to write and then delete. Write and then delete. Okay, from G all the way to H, if you follow that, that equals 180 degrees, because that's a straight line. Okay, from F all the way to D, same thing. All that equals 180 degrees, because that's a straight line. From H all the way to G, that equals 180 degrees. Now notice, if I add the purple plus the red, and let me write it, might as well write it. If I add 5x minus 4 plus the purple, which is 9y plus 5, that equals 180 degrees. Okay? Now, let me see if I can, I have to rewrite this right here. So this one was 5x minus 4. And then this one was 9y plus 5. Same thing I was doing from D all the way to F. That is also a straight angle. Okay, again, that is also a straight angle, which means it equals 100 degrees. Therefore, if I have 7x minus 8 plus 5x minus 4, that equals 180 degrees. Okay, These are my two equations. Notice that the first one, I can't solve for it right now because I have an x and a y. And if you're thinking, what first one are you talking about, Mr. Franco? This one, and that black cloud. That one I can't solve right now. I actually have to start off with the one in the green cloud. Okay, and then you're probably thinking, why are you starting off with that one? Because that one only has one variable. It's the same letter. Even though it has a 7x and a 5x, it's the same letter. I can combine them. So I end up with 12x when I combine these two, minus 12 when I combine these two right here, is equal to 180. Going to add 12 to both sides, and I get 12x is equal to 192. Going to divide both sides by 12, and I have 192 divided by 12 gives me x equals 16. Guess what? That's one of the answers they're asking me to find for x. Now, the second part, or the one in the black bubble, I have an x and a y. But guess what? Now I know the x value, so I can just substitute that in there. So I have 5 times x minus 4 plus 9, 9y plus 5 equals 180. But again, I already know my x, so instead of writing x, I'm just going to write 16. So I have 5 times 16 gives me 80. So I have 80 minus 4 plus 9y plus 5 equals 180. I'm going to combine like terms. Pay attention. My like terms here, and let me do them in this bright yellow. Hey, what happened there? Okay. This 80, this minus 4, and this 5, all of those are like terms. Okay. So when I combine them, I have 80 minus 4 gives me 76. 76 plus 5 gives me 81. So I have 9y plus 81 is equal to 180. Take away 81, take away 81, and I get 9y is equal to 99. Divide by 9, divide by 9, and I get y is equal to 11. That's the second part of my answer. So I already have I've already answered the question, which is x equals 16 and y equals 11. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. We're in 4. So it says angle 1 and angle 2 form a linear pair. Measure 2 is 6 more than twice the measure of angle 1. So just going to draw a line. And by the way, if you're thinking what's a linear pair? A linear pair means two angles that make 180 degrees, that make a straight line. That's what it means. So we'll call this one right here, I'll call this one 2, and I'll call this one here 1. Again, if you're wondering why did I do 2 and 1 or why not 1 and 2, it is just as a reference. It really doesn't matter. I'm doing it as a reference. So the red one is going to be 2 and the one in blue is going to be 1. Right? Again, just a reference. Okay? Hopefully you guys remember the most important thing, that a linear pair, the whole thing, right here, it equals 180 degrees. That's the most important thing. Okay? Now, They don't tell us anything about angle 1. They don't. They talk about angle 2. So because they don't say anything about angle 1, we're going to call that angle X. Okay? Angle 2 though, they tell us that it's 6 more, so that's a plus 6, than twice the measure of angle 1. Well, angle 1 is just x, so twice of that would be 2x plus 6. That means that if I put these together, if I do 2x plus 6 plus x, it equals the whole thing. Hopefully you guys know what the whole thing equals, which is 180 degrees, right? So combine like terms and you end up with 3x plus 6 equals 180. Take away 6, and you get 3x is equal to 174. Divide by 3, divide by 3. You get x is equal to, so 174 divided by 3 equals to 58. That is what my x value equals. That's also the measurement of angle 1. But they need the measurement of angle 2. And the measurement of angle 2 is equal to 2x plus 6. So I have 2 times x plus 6. Luckily, I know what x equals, which is 58. And that gives me 116 plus 6, which gives me 122 degrees. That is the measurement of angle 2. Okay. All right. Last example. Okay. Last example. Some of you guys might be excited because this might be the last set of notes before you guys get to see me again. Might be. We shall know soon. Okay. I know you still have another meeting with the sub, but that one you're doing a PSSR. And if you're saying, yes, a PSSR. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. It says, if EF bisects with angle CEB, okay, measurement of angle CEF is 7x plus 21, and measurement of angle FEB is 10x minus 3. Find the measurement of DEB. And you're thinking like, Mr. Franco, what are you talking about? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. CBE is this whole thing. Let me do it in red. CBE would be that whole thing. Okay, now it does tell us that it's being bisected by EF, right? You see this one that says bisects? That means that this angle right here, the one in purple, is equal to this one here, the other purple. Those two arcs is just referencing the angles. They're equal to each other. They're the same value. Okay. Now the second part of this problem says that CEF, okay, CEF is 7x plus 21. So it's 7x plus 21. And EFEB, so let me write it in not purple, orange. And FEB is 10x minus 3. Okay? And you're thinking, well, yeah, that's cool. They gave us all that information, but they're actually asking us to find this measure right here. DEB, and you're like, they don't tell us anything about it. Well, you'll see. Okay, you will see. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Here's the first thing though. Since we know the two angles in purple are equal to each other, that means that the blue, which is 7x plus 21, is actually equal to the orange, which happens to be 10x minus 3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and subtract 10x on both sides, 10x on both sides. We get negative 3x plus 21 is equal to negative 3, minus 21 on both sides. We get negative 3x is equal to negative 24. Divide both sides by negative 3. And we get x is equal to 8. Okay. Now, I'm going to plug that number in to either equation. In this case, I'm going to use the one in blue, which is 7x plus 21. That means I have 7 times x plus 21. X happens to be 8. 7 times 8 gives me 56 plus 21. That gives me 77. Now, this 77, pay close attention. That's this measure here. Believe it or not, it's also the measure for the one in orange because they're equal to each other. They're both 77. Okay? Hopefully you guys are with me. Now, that's 77 plus 77 plus, and I'm going to write it in green. Just going to put a question mark. That's this piece. All right. You know what? I should write these in black. Equal. Drum roll, please. From here all the way over here. What does that equal? The whole thing. That equals 180 degrees. So if I actually want to know my answer to that green question mark, I have 77 plus 77 equals 100. And you know what? 77, 154 plus the question mark. And I'm going to leave it as a question mark. The only reason I'm leaving it as a question mark is because I'm already using x and I don't want to confuse you. So I'm going to subtract minus 154 on both sides, minus 154 on both sides. And I get question mark equals 180 take away 154. It equals 26 degrees. This measurement here equals 26 degrees. So that means that angle DEB and measurement angle DBE equals 26 degrees. Okay, notice that this one had a lot of information that we needed to apply from note 18. All right, homework / classwork. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is posted. Make sure that you guys are taking an image of all the problems, taking a picture of all the problems, because some of you guys are only uploading 1 or 2 or a portion. You're only going to get partial credit like that. Okay? Keep in mind that I am also providing you guys with the answers, not so that you guys can just copy the answers and you're like, woohoo, copy the answer, I did my homework, but for you guys to practice. All right, because when I get those phone calls, those emails, or those parent conferences, and they're saying like, how is it that my child can do all the homework and get perfects, but then on the test they do poorly? And I always tell the parents, because there's a chance that your child might just be copying the answers. All right. Hopefully you guys are doing great. I miss you guys, and hopefully I get to see you guys soon.